Scholars, it's Miss M coming to you with another math video to help you with your math assignments in your packets. If this video is familiar to you, great, we've done it together on Zoom. But if you were not able to join us for our Zoom lessons, this is going to help you complete your packet work because many of your assignments are asking you to find one more, one less, or groups of objects that have the same amount. Today's lesson is finding one less. So the LEQ for this lesson was, how can we identify and compare groups of objects that have one less? And our objective was, I can identify sets of objects to determine which has one less. The vocabulary we're going to be using in this lesson: less or fewer, before, or left, like the direction. So my left hand, or I'm pointing to the left. So let's talk about what less means. When we're looking at a number line, a number that is less or fewer will come before the number we are looking at. So let's see what that means. So here's our number line. We're going to look at the number 5. And we want to know, what are the two numbers that are right before and right after 5? So the number that's to the left of the number 5 is 4. And the number that's to the right of the number 5 or after is 6. So again, we're looking at the numbers 4 and the number 6. So we want to know which number is one less than 5. So the number that's going to be one less than 5 needs to come before or to the left of the number 5. And if I'm looking at my number line, I can tell it's not 6 because 6 is to the right and it's after, so it's bigger. But the number 4 is on this side, it's before 5. So that means 4 is one less than 5. Let's try again. Here's our number line. We want to look at the number 6. So just like before, we need to know which two numbers come right before and right after the number 6. So before is over here to the left, after is to the right. So 5 and 7. Now we want to know which of these two numbers, 5 or 7, is one less than 6. If it's one less than 6, it means it's going to be on this side of the number 6. If it's on this side, it means it would be more, but we want less, so we're looking on this side. And I can tell by looking that the number 5 is to the left of 6 and it comes before. So let's put that in our sentence frame. 5 is one less than 6. I know this because 5 comes before 6. Let's try again. Here's our number line. We're going to look at the number 2. So here's 2. We need to determine or figure out which two numbers come right before, so on this side of 2, and right after on this side of 2. So that's number 1 and number 3. I'm not going to look and say, oh, it must be number 10 or number 8, because those are too far away from the number 2. 2 is going to be in the middle right here. I want the number that's right next to it on the left and the number right next to it on the right. So the number that's less is going to come before 2 or to the left, which means number 1 is one less than 2. Let's put that in our sentence frame. 1 is one less than 2. I know this because 1 comes before 2. Let's try a couple more. So we're going to look at this one up top first. So here's this number line. What number is one less than 8? So here's 8. The number that's going to be one less than 8 needs to come before 8. A number that's more than 8 will be on the right after 8. So 8's in the middle. The number right next to it on the left is 7, and the number right next to it on its right is 9. If it's one less than 8, it needs to be on this side, which tells me that 7 is one less than 8. So let's put that in our sentence frame. 7 is one less than 8. I know this because 7 comes before 8. Now this one's going to be a challenge, this one right here. Instead of looking for one less, I'm going to challenge you now to find one more. So what number is one more than 8? So we're still looking at the number 8. And we said the numbers that came right before were 7 and the number that came right after was 9. So if a number is going to be more or bigger than the number 8, one more needs to be on this side after the number 8, to the right of the number. 8's here, after's over here. The next number that's right next to the number 8 is 9. So I know that 9 is one more than 8. So let's put that into a sentence frame. 9 is one more than 8. I know this because 9 comes after 8. So let's try it with groups now. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 elephants, 1, 2, 3, 3 giraffes, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 monkeys. We want to know which group, the giraffes or the monkeys, has one less animal than our group of elephants, which is 4. So we're going to look on our number line. The 4 is the elephants. That's why this arrow is gray. That represents our group of elephants. And I know that I had 3 giraffes and I had 5 monkeys. Now, just like we've practiced before, in order to figure out which number is 1 less than 4, we need to look to the left of the number 4, or which number comes right before 4. So if I'm looking at my number line, 4 is here. The next number that's to the left of the number 4, or right before 4, is 3. So our group of giraffes is 1 less than our group of elephants. Let's try another one. I have 1, 2, 3, 3 rebels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 chases, and I have 1, 2, 2 Rockies. So we're going to see which group, Rocky or Chase, has 1 less than our group of rebel. So here's our number line. We have our yellow arrow because that's for rebels group. We have our green arrow for Rocky, and we have our blue arrow for Chase. So again, just like we did before, if we're looking at Rocky's group right here, number 3, we want the number that's going to come right before 3. So before means it'll be on this side of the number 3 or to the left. I can tell by looking at 3 that the number that's right next to it, 1 before or 1 to the left of 3, is 2, which tells me that I have that Rocky's group has 2 or 1 less than 3, excuse me. So let's try this with a word problem now, and we're going to stick with Paw Patrol because I know a lot of you guys like that. So this is what your word problem says. Ryder wants to thank Chase. Ryder wants to thank Chase, Everest, and Zuma for helping him save the day. Ryder gives Chase 6 bones, Everest 7 bones, and Zuma 5 bones. Which dog had 1 less bone than Chase? So let's look. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bones for Chase. Now we have Everest, and she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 bones. And Zuma has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to look at Chase's group. Chase had 6 bones. So right here is where we're going to look. We know that Zuma had 5 bones and Everest had 7 bones. We want to know which dog, Zuma or Everest, had 1 less bone than Chase. Here's the number. Chase had 6 bones. If we want to know which group had 1 less than Chase, we need to look on our number line to see which number comes before the number 6 or to the left of the number 6. So if I'm looking at 6, 1 before or 1 number to the left of 6 is 5, which tells us that Zuma had 1 less bone than Chase. 5 is 1 less than 6. We know this because 5 comes right before the number 6. Scholars, I hope this helps you be successful in completing your pocket work. There's also a video on here about finding one more, which talks about using the other side of our number line to find the bigger numbers that we want to find in groups of objects or on our number line. So you can go check that out as well so that you have super tons of knowledge about finding one more and finding one less. And I will see you guys on YouTube next time. Bye.